not going anywhere. I will never leave you alone. He who called me is faithful and just to accomplish that which he called me for. To finish his work. Nelson Mandela was in prison for the political freedom. If it is for spiritual freedom of yours, for your spiritual deliverance, I'm ready to suffer shame. My body, I gave my body to Jesus Christ. The life I live is no longer I who liveth, but Christ who live in the inside. With all these battles, I could say, let me go back to my country. Let me go to another country. But I'm saying, I'm not going anywhere. For your sake, if I die, I die. I will never leave you alone. The prudent man or the righteous man sees trouble and runs away. But the foolish man sees trouble and stays there. What man makes you, it gives you ability to sense danger. And you need a hockey man, where when a danger comes, or a trouble comes, or a problem comes, you know how to escape from it. The scripture here tells you that someone or some people who are looking for this wisdom, now they go to the land says it's not me. They go to the sea says,
Minister Bongo, he also referred me to Minister Bongo. He called the head of intelligence, his name was Fraser at that time, to hear my case. Not only that, I am told that there was General Matakata in South Africa who was informed of this issue. In 2018, when this thing was not being done, we went to the Inspector General of Intelligence as well to report this matter, that there are people who want money from me, and they're saying if I don't give them money, I will be arrested and I'll create so many cases against me. When these things were not being addressed, I thought of coming to Malawi in 2018 to involve human rights groups. And the human rights groups in Malawi wrote the South African Rights Commission, Human Rights Commission, where they addressed them that the prophet in your country is going through a lot of injustices and threats. These threats continued to a level whereby in 2018 I had to, for the safety of my kids, send my kids back home to Malawi. And as I'm speaking to you, they've been here since 2018. At that time, one of my child was 4 years and one was 6. But because of the threats I was getting from these people in exchange of money and or arrests, I had to send my kids to Malawi, though they were very young. I had to send them to Malawi for safety reasons. As I've said, I informed a lot of agencies in South Africa, including the National Commission, the Minister, the IPD department that opened the cases against them. The human rights groups in Malawi wrote the South African Human Rights Commission, and the South African Human Rights Commission also wrote the Judge President of the Hawks, informing him, informing the office what I was going through. That is in 2018. Shockingly, in 2019, the same group of police officers I had opened cases against with IPID, they came to arrest me. I felt unfair and injustice because I have a case against them, and them to have a case against me, I thought they would excuse themselves from this case and have an independent group of investigating officers carry the case. But this did not happen. They arrested me and my wife over buying a private jet. They claim it was money laundering. And we were arrested for claims of money laundering. Of course, though, eventually in the court indictment, there was no money laundering. They attached my private jet on money laundering issues, even though eventually they have removed the money laundering case in the court indictment. And I wonder, why are they still holding my private jet if it was money laundering case that they were holding my private jet? Eventually, they changed the case to contravention of foreign exchange, which, according to me, the things they claimed applies to someone who is a South African citizen. I did not buy a private jet as a South African citizen. I was a foreigner at that time and did not hold any permanent residence in South Africa. As such, the act they mentioned did not apply to me as a foreigner who bought a private jet. More importantly, that I provided with the courts how I obtained the money and how I made the money. And having said that, these same police officers were still on me, and I had a lot of people coming to me to claim they've been sent by these 5 police officers, of which I have the evidences, and I presented the evidences before, even to the judge president of the Hawks. I also presented these evidences to say these people are making up cases against me, and all they want. And I presented the evidences before, even to the